Yeah, so kind of going to pitch a little bit because I don't have the physical prototype device to show you here. Yeah, so biogas, what basically we do at Biogas Nyumbani is try to make use of methane. So right now the big agenda in the world is to reach to net zero emission, which is avoid using fossil fuels like wood, charcoal, and petroleum. So the world now is trying to find the solution to get new renewables that they can use instead of fossil fuels, which is petroleum, which gives us LPG gas, like the one we use in our houses right now. So one of the biggest solutions is hydropower, solar energy, but also something they call, sorry, I forgot that, sorry. But what basically those do, it's and wind turbines. So wind turbines and solar aren't very reliable because not every day we have sun, and it's not every day that we have wind. So we need to have a pack of batteries to make sure that we can store all that energy for later use. So what became the solution is that there's something called methane. So at Biogas Nyumbani, what we basically do, we try to deal with methane. Methane is a gas that we can get from either cow dung, pig's rally, or food waste. And methane actually is the deadliest gas compared to carbon dioxide. And it stays on space, though it stays in space for a shorter time compared to carbon dioxide, but it's also dangerous. But on the good side, it's a gas that we can use as a flammable gas. So methane also is, it can also be converted into a natural gas like the one we were trying to do at Songo Songo. So what we basically do at Biogas Nyumbani, we are trying to create a village center because we started in 2019. And in 2019, we created our first prototype, which was, we call it on-ground standalone biogas digester, which is actually a machine that we could put on somebody's place, and we put manure, then we could get gas. But the problem came that we have different room temperatures, so it did not work out well. So the best way to get biogas is by digging a pit and making a biodigester within, and then getting the gas. So that became very complicated. So what we did, we had to do some primary research to make sure that we can get reliable methane. So we tried to install some of our devices to some households in Arusha to try to get the results. So that did not work well though, because the performance of the gas was not well because of the temperature. So our beachhead market where we wanted to be was in Arusha and Manyara because we have a lot of cattle head owners. The problem with biogas is that many households don't know about biogas, but also they don't have enough space to build biodigesters. So what we had to do is try to come up with a solution where we can combine all households to get biogas. So we had to design a village center where we have a big biodigester. Then we could buy manure from all the households and bring it back to our biodigester center. Then through that we can get a lot of gas. And with a lot of gas we can get also a lot of fertilizer. And with a lot of fertilizer we can promote agriculture, but also we can get gas that we can use either for electricity or for CNG. So we have been in Arusha already, we have been in Manyara for testing. I'll show you the video later. So we have many competitions according to, we do have competitors though. So this is a space that has been there for a long time. So there are many competitors in the market for this thing. So we have companies that are doing LPG, like the one we use in our homes, the gas. That's LPG, liquid petroleum gas. It's the gas we get from petroleum, which now the world is trying to eliminate. But also we have people creating these biogas biodigesters. But the problem with those is because they're expensive to install. So people in rural areas who actually are the target market can't afford that. So what we did, we had to first to make sure that how can we make these customers or the people in rural areas access this gas and be aware of the gas, because once they are aware of this biogas, that means they can start cutting down of trees, which is now increasing pressure into our climate. So with our solution, that means first people in the rural areas will save time, because many people in rural areas spend a lot of time, mostly 4 hours a day, trying to search for cooking energy, firewood and charcoal. So with this solution, that means they can be able to save time with that. but also to save space, because in order to have a biodigester, you need to have a larger space at your home, and that's a big challenge now in the country because we are trying to urbanize many areas. So we wanted to make sure that we have a center that could solve that problem. So our product or our service that we are providing, as I said, it's a green village center where we are going to have a biodigester, which we're already designing now, and luckily enough we're going to be using plastic bricks, which again is going to be solving the plastic problem. Then we are going to have farms there, which we already have greenhouses now, and the company is trying to remodel the greenhouses to make sure that we have perfect greenhouses there. So on our farm, we're going to be buying manure from all these families in these rural areas, in that surrounding community, and also we're going to be giving employment to the people in those communities to work into the farms. So what we're doing in that area is that making sure that we have the manure, and once we have the manure, we can get the gas. And once we have the gas, we can use that into our own research, which is getting the CNG, but also getting the electricity, but also we're going to be getting the fertilizer. So the statistics for last year, Tanzania spent over $229 billion trying to get manure from outside. I think they bought around 600,000 fertilizers, yes, which is manure, and they tried to buy around 600,000 tons, and Tanzania needs around 700,000 tons. So you see, the government is trying to spend a lot of cash in bringing in manure from outside, but we still have something we can use and leverage and make